Chainsaw nerds.
First, make sure it is safe. The climate and woods are not fire-friendly. Second, some people don't remove the screen just to stop bugs coming inside. It can be fixed easily. Just insert the screen after you finish the cutting. This is important when you keep the saw unused or store it for a few days. Tip: there is no chance of getting wood chips or dust into the engine after removing the arrestor screen. Third, don't get caught running in a public forest. You have to face big fines. Fourth, always remember the removal of the arrestor screen. Sometimes, people end up forgetting that their saw does not have a screen. Later, they lend/loan the saw to someone else and remember the missing screen at the time when fire department is showing up. Fifth, you can also just turn the screen around and leave it on the saw so you can find it again if it gets really dry there. If you are not comfortable with removing the spark arrestor screen, you can do the below things for performing the screen better. It also helps to get power. First, clean spark arrestor from time to time. If the screen is kept clean, it doesn't restrict the flow much. Second, some people argue that removing the screen does not make any difference for them. In this case, you can consider doing the muff mod. You can use screen after muff mod. Third, enlarge the internal baffle ports with a screwdriver. Fourth, if your saw muffler has a very fine mesh screen, use a less restrictive mesh screen. Some screen is very restrictive. You can replace them with less restrictive ones. You can find them on local hardware store. Fifth, if you use the right gas mix, tune the saw right and use synth oil, your screen would not clog. So, use right gas/oil mix. Sixth, if you think the screen blocks airflow, just make the exit hole a bit bigger. Seventh, if you feel lack power, buy another chainsaw with desired power. Eighth, you can consider a second exhaust port for better airflow. Ninth, in some chainsaw models, the spark screens are much bigger than the outlet. In that case, removing screen will not make any difference. If you use your chainsaw in the bush for a living, you can consider removing the screen. Time is money, and by increasing the power, you can cut more in less time. You can also consider carbon buildup or muffler mods. However, for a homeowner, this is not essential. You can do it for occasional tree felling or logging. Overall, I can say removing the spark arrestor screen depends on user pref. Bugs can be a problem, fire is not in most cases.
Subscribe to Chainsaw Nerds.